What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cummcast. It is me, the best guy you know, your favorite fucking host in the world, Ryan, joined by fucking nobody again today. How can we get so lucky, people? Maybe Cody's dead. I don't know. Hold on. Let me pop the top on this to start this podcast. One motherfucking second. Hold on. God damn it. There. Boom. Popped it on a Truly. No beer of the week. Not doing one. All right. That's how it is. I wish it would fucking stay that way, but of course, as soon as Cody comes back, we get to do a beer of the week again and talk about protein shakes and shit. Woo-hoo. Hold on. Truly blueberry Agaya? Have you said that? ACAI? I knew I took some, those are like, help you for energy, I think, and shit like that. But like, cause I took pills for him one time, and like, you're not supposed to like drink coffee or have any caffeine when you eat those pills, or when you take those pills, because they can make your heart explode or some crazy shit like that. You know, it's like Four Locos. I was talking to a guy today about how he drinks beer, but then like middles it with Four Loko. So it's like a couple beers and then Four Loko, a couple beers, Four Loko. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? Because I remember back in the day when those things used to fucking kill people. And I don't know if they took the caffeine out or what they did. Maybe they did, because it was, you know, energy drink mixed with alcohol. So it was like vodka and energy drink, like a Jaeger bomb basically, but it was vodka. And people would drink like 4 or 5 of them and get super fucked up, and they would fucking die because of, you know, too much caffeine or whatever, because they're drinking 4 or 5 energy drinks and shit. That's ridiculous. And like, you would be like super, you know, you'd be zooming, you know, with energy, but then after that, you'd just be shit-faced. So, what's up, everybody? I hope you're doing all right. I hope everybody's hanging in there. You know, it's still strange times, I guess. I don't know, you know. I'm just living day by day. I hope everybody else is, because that's pretty much all we can do. Hey, come here and lay down, buddy. You were good last week. Yeah, I just gotta live day by day. Just keep her going. KIM, keep it moving, baby. That's all we can do. Things are opening up. I know I went out last weekend to a local place that me and Cody usually go to. You know, they had everything prepared. You know, everybody wore masks and all the servers wore gloves and no menus. It was like a QR code that you would scan that bring up their website and shit. And like, you could pay online. So they had everything separated, you know, it was social distancing and shit like that. So that's good. But you know, things are opening up. People are getting their hair did again, getting their nails did. So got less ugly people in the world again now. So that's good. And I noticed people were looking rough. Like, I mean, fucking rough. You could totally tell, like, especially like older women. Hey, chill out, dummy. Lay down. But especially like older women, they start getting them gray hairs and shit. And you're just like, ooh, man, you know, no offense. I mean, it'll happen to me too. You know, I'm losing my shit. So just be glad you're not doing that. But I hope everybody's doing all right. Sticking with it. Keep it in there. You know, just keep doing the thing. I'm just hanging in there, you know, trying to, I guess, stay healthy, stay alive, you know, just keep her going. That's all we can fucking do now, I guess. You know, everything's starting to open back up, get back to normal life. Nothing really changed for me, I guess. But I hope everybody's doing all right. And thank you for listening. If you liked last episode of just me, let me know, you know, so I can rub it in Cody's fucking face. Because he thinks that I can't do this on my own, but I think I can. I'm not trying to kick him out or anything like that, you know, but he doesn't think that I can do it on my own. So I don't know. And I talked to him. I can't remember when I talked to him, but he is still alive, people. You know, I said last Friday that, you know, I wasn't for sure if he was alive or not, but I did, talk to him, you know, some sometime this week. This is Thursday when I'm recording this. You guys won't get it till Friday, tomorrow. But I did talk to him. So he is still alive. He is still kicking. Shy hasn't killed him yet. She's still alive. She's still kicking. So I guess that's all we can hope for. And he should be back next week, I'm guessing. I don't know. He may not come back ever, but who cares? We're good people, ain't we? You know it. Yeah, send me an email, or DM me on fucking Instagram and shit and tell me what you think of the episode, because I really want to rub it in Cody's face. It's thecummcast@gmail.com or cum007Ryan. Whatever you want to do, hit me up, baby. Oh, also I'm single, so ladies, come get some. But yeah, everything's good. Everything's peachy. Bo's just chilling, like he always fucking does, sleeping 18 hours a day. No big deal. Same old, same old. But I hope everybody had a good week. It's Memorial Day Monday, so everybody gets a day off. Fuck yeah, 3-day weekend, unless you work 4/10s or whatever. But 3-day weekend. Hope everybody enjoys Monday. It's supposed to rain here, so not very fun. Like 70% chance of thunderstorms. We get one fucking day off. It's supposed to fucking rain. Like, it's supposed to be April showers bring May flowers. It's just nonstop rain here where we're at in Indiana. I say it's, basically the same thing everywhere else, because I just saw where Michigan, like, the fucking dam broke and they called it national emergency because of the fucking lake. The Great Lakes are pouring out into the land. So that's not good. But Michigan's had problems for so many fucking years. Half of them people are mutated and shit. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever read stuff about, like, Flint. If you know about the water's horrible there, and, like, the mayor and maybe, I think it's the mayor and the governor and all that stuff. Like, they fucking know about it and they don't care. But it has changed some people's DNA. The crazy shit that's in the water up there. Like, they cannot drink it. They don't drink it. Like, you go up there. They've had, like, news crews and stuff. And, of course, news people are biased and shit, so who knows where they really got the water. But it did show where it comes out of somebody's tap, and it's just fucking yellowish brown with, like, shit rust and shit floating in it and stuff like that. But I did read something a while back where it's changed, like, younger people who were growing up, like babies and, toddlers and stuff. It changed their fucking DNA. Like, there's an anomaly in their fucking DNA. They're X-Men and shit, like, but not good ones. Like, they don't have powers and stuff. So it's crazy shit. But again, I hope everybody's doing all right. Hey, what's your problem? Huh? What's your problem? Why don't you chill out? I'm talking to the people. Okay? And chill out. All right? You're probably hungry or something. I don't know. Yeah, I hope he behaves. He better. You're all spanking. But it's been a rough week, people, for me. I hope, it hasn't been for you. But for me, it's been pretty rough. I don't know if it's I'm guessing it's just stress and shit. Probably, I've almost snapped a couple times just because of all the COVID bullshit and, regular day bullshit that you got to deal with. And then when I was, struggling on night shift and crap, it's just been, this 2020 can suck my fucking dick, okay? I don't know if I said that last episode. I feel like I did, but it fucking sucks. All right. New Year's, fucking rock and roll, kick ass, Slayer, whatever the fuck. But the rest of it is, it's just been crazy. I hope everybody's had a better time than I have, because it's been rough, man. But one thing that has always, like, kept me going and kept me moving and, keep my head up and stuff is fucking music. It was just yesterday, it was a rough fucking morning. I couldn't wake up and all that stuff. It was just, everybody has those days where you're just like, bleh, and you're just in a funk and a mood, and, no matter what happens, people try to cheer you up, but you're just like, leave me the fuck alone. I heard a song on the radio, and I heard it before, but I never knew the guy. James Bay. I don't know if anybody knows him. But that motherfucker can sing, and he's gorgeous too. James Bay, that song "Let Go" or whatever, that's a good fucking song. So I just put it, like, I was on break. I was like, I'm trying to drink coffee to, try and pick me up or what have you. And I just put my headphones in and I listen to that song and I just fucking hit that bitch on repeat. And I listen to that thing like 3 or 4 times maybe, just as loud as I can handle, you know, in my headphones and stuff. And I just sat there and with my arms crossed and closed my eyes and just fucking felt that shit. You know, and it cheered me up. It didn't, I don't know if it cheered me up, but it keeps you going, you know. There's something crazy about, you know, I love music and there's just something magical, you know, if you could say, you know, magical. I guess it would be magical because it just takes people and completely turns them 180 degrees and completely changes their mood, you know, especially and it's crazy how you can feel, you know, a song or listen to a song and you know what that person was going through when you listen to it, or you know, you can feel the emotion behind it and you get those goosebumps, you know, that stuff always, I know when I really like a song when I listen and like it hits a certain point and you just feel your skin just goosebump up and it's intense shit, you know. I don't think I've ever really experienced that except for music. Like when I listen or when I watch like The Voice, and I don't watch the show, but like I see clips on Facebook and then YouTube and stuff like that of people singing, and nothing has ever gave me chills and like goosebumps like that, like music has, or people singing. It's an intense feeling. It's something different. And that's why I love music, because it can turn your day around. It can make you feel a certain way. It can brings people together, like, especially for Smashed. Oh my God. Like fucking, especially around here in India, like what do you play? Like Friends in Low Places and shit like that. You play that song and, you know, people just come together. Or, what's that song? West Virginia, that West Virginia song. People love that song and sing that song. You don't even have to be from fucking West Virginia and people love that motherfucker. So it just brings people together and it cheers people up. And that's why I love music. And it's crazy. You know, I'd say there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way. But the only thing I never got is like people have like a certain category or something, you know, that they listen to. I like pretty much everything, you know, besides, you know, even like gospel or like Christian rock. That stuff is pretty fucking good. I don't know if anybody's ever listened to Christian rock, but you play that shit and like there's no cursing in it, but those bitches can fucking, I mean, wow. They really get in there. I tell you what, talk about like all the shit that they did and like all the addictions and stuff. And it's just like, it's just regular music and, you know, that stuff can rock sometimes. And some of it's pretty good. But I like everything, you know, rap, little pop, you know, country. You know, I grew up on country being from Indiana, you know, so that's what my dad always listened to. I just remember riding in the truck and there would always be country music playing. So, especially when I was growing up, it was like Kenny Chesney and shit like that. You know, good stuff. Now it's kind of turned. Everybody's going pop because that's what sells. You know, all the kids today like pop and that, what's that? K-pop. You know, the Korean pop music and shit like that. A lot of kids are into that because they think them boys are just sexy. But that Korean pop is a different fucking world, man. If that shit chews you up and spits you back out. I don't know if anybody's ever researched anything about that, but fucking research Korean pop. Like if you don't make it, that's what everybody tries to do. Like in South Korean shit, if you're like a handsome guy, you get in a boy band and like you try to go and make it big, and if you don't, they just like you're trash. You know, you go find something else to do. But, you know, everybody's into Korean pop and, you know, I've always been into like hair band shit like Def Leppard and, you know, Leonard and shit like that. But I like everything, you know, but I never got how people could be like, oh, I'm just country, you know, everything else can, you know, suck my dick and, you know, all that shit. I never got that because I like a lot of stuff. Like, you know, even some fucking oldies. You know, some oldies will get you up and moving around and get your head shaking and shit like that. You just shake that little finger like fucking Matumbo. No. But yeah, I never got why people, you know, just pick one category, stick to it. You know, like they just like rock or heavy metal or death metal. It's like the same thing. You know, you don't like Drake mixed with heavy metal and shit like that. I never got that. What you doing, bum? I have to pet you, or you'll just make noise. And we can't have that. You hear me? You can't have that. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. You want to say hi to people? You're on the fucking internet. You got what you fucking wanted. You know, you're just rolling over and want me to pet your belly? Oh, good boy. Hey, good boy. Mr. Mascot. Mr. Mascot. But I have been... Cody's probably going to give me all kinds of shit, but I have been looking up... I have been looking up tattoo ideas and shit for when all this stuff, you know, eventually blows over and I feel like going, you know, I feel like it's safe going, which should be really any time now. Everything's, you know, kind of, you know, you have to... I guess you have to make an appointment. Well, yeah, of course you have to make an appointment, but like for people getting their hair did and stuff, they have to make an appointment and like they sit in their car until they text them and stuff. I don't know if it'd be the same way. Like that just completely killed like tattoo shops and tattoo parlors and shit. Cause there would just be people that hang out there. Like they'd be like waiting 4 hours to get a tattoo, trying to muster up the courage and shit because they're, you know, they're too chicken or whatever. But yeah, I've been looking for tattoo ideas and stuff. And I think I showed Cody one of them. But he shits on everything. And he can get God knows what on his fucking arm that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. And he'd just be like, whatever, man, it's my fucking arm. He's like, but you give me all kinds of fucking shit. And I know you're listening to this too, bitch. Bob Boy Wonder. You give me all kinds of shit for that. And I give it right fucking back because... you just get nonsense on your arm. And I'm getting cool shit. So, fuck you. But yeah, I've been looking at tattoo ideas because I've wanted one for a long time, but I just never, I was like probably everybody else who wants one. You know, I was like, do I really want this on my body for the rest of my life? And, you know, I've heard, people have told me that have them. They're just like, oh, you know, if you want something, go get it because you're going to regret it either way. And it's every tattoo that everybody gets is going to look gross when they're fucking old and wrinkly and shit like that. So you might as well get one. But, you know, I never really had the balls to go do it. But I have always wanted one. So I think I'm going to go get one, you know, after all this stuff blows over. I got a couple ideas, but I'm not really sure which one I want. I'm leaning towards one, but I'd say you'll probably fucking hear about it whenever I do. Cody be like, oh, Ryan got fucking tattoo, looks like shit, blah, blah, blah. And Cody got fucking pillars of trash on his arm. I don't know. He dumb. I did see today that they are casting a new Witcher. So Cody will fucking cream all in his pants, for that. Forget what it was. It was a stuntman is what I saw. Yeah, it's from CBR.com. Never heard of him. But this is from Netflix. So The Witcher, if you haven't seen The Witcher, I advise go watching it. It's really fucking weird though. You know, it never makes sense because all the books are different. Like the way he wrote the books is not the same as the Netflix show. Like there's like 8 books 16 books. I want to say 8. I'll say 8. Because we talked about it before. But the way Netflix has done it, they're not the same. You know, it's based on certain premises of the books. So I guess you just got to read the books to really understand everything about it. Jesus. Making a lot of fucking noise. I wish you'd just chill out, dummy. But yeah, they're bringing in a new Witcher. I'm pretty sure the same guy is going to be in it. You know, Superman. Pretty sure Superman's going to be in it. That's who I know him as. But they're also getting a new one, and his name is Kaer Morhen. He's the new Witcher, and his name is Hemrick, and he is an original actor, and he's from the novel series, and he's played by stuntman Joel Adrian. I don't know if anybody knows Joel Adrian. He hasn't been in movies. He's just a stuntman. And he is a handsome fucking guy, I tell you that right now. He's sexy. You know, I'm not gay or anything, but I'd fuck him. But Joel Adrian, and he is known for his work on Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, that came out last year. He's on The Kingsman, the 2020 movie, and Into the Badlands, 2015. I think Into the Badlands is a TV show? I think it is. But it's like, I believe it's apocalypse kind of shit, like fighting stuff. And if you haven't seen The Kingsman, you know, The Kingsman, whatever, they have a couple Kingsmen, I think. They had that one that was last year or 2 years ago, and then they came out with a new one. But he was in that. So he's a stuntman, and I guess he'll be the new Witcher. So Netflix coming out with The Witcher. That show was super fucking popular, so, I mean, I don't blame him. But Cody's going to be super excited. I remember when he started talking about it and shit, he just started singing the fucking song. Oh my god. But, you know, if you're a fan... What? If you're a fan of the show and stuff, you know that Cody is kind of an oddball, I guess you could say, with his Matthew McConaughey impressions and Leprechaun impressions and, you know, singing and stuff like that. Stuff that we all love, you know, if you listen to the show. You know, but just think, you got the better end of the deal because you're not on the receiving end of that shit, okay? And I tell him that, you know, it's weird and he's not good at it. And he fucking knows he's not good at impressions or, you know, voices or anything like that, but he still continues to fucking do them. Far beyond me, I don't know why. You know, if you're not good at something, it's usually good to give up unless you're just going to keep practicing and practicing. And until you get good, then don't give up, you know. But you got to dedicate a lot of time to doing that. And Cody does not do that. You know, he just dedicates a lot of time to trying to look pretty, I guess. I don't fucking know. You know, I don't know how pretty he could look, you know. But he's something else. He is something else, people. And if you ever meet him, you know, just don't get to know him, okay? Because he won't leave you alone. He's that weird. Man, I've talked shit so much. I think I talked more shit on this episode than I did last episode. Oh my god. But I do want to say happy graduation to class of 2020. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are graduating this week or next week or maybe even last week. Something like that. I believe it's all virtual too. You know, college, high school, whatever. You know, you guys have had a fucking, you know, a rough, whatever, 5 months or whatever it was. You know, not even being, not being allowed, especially like college and stuff. High school, you kind of got like an early summer. But college, it was, you know, you weren't allowed to go, you know, back to your dorm rooms. A lot of people aren't even allowed to go back at all. I was talking to a girl who takes classes, and she has a friend who goes to a local college where Cody lives, you know, IU, Indiana University, and they're not even allowed back. So all their shit's still there, you know, all their personal belongings, and they won't let them go back, and that's pretty fucked up to me, you know. I would I don't know why they wouldn't let him go back. Who cares? You just got to go back through and clean the motherfucker again. You know, I don't know why you wouldn't just let all this shit blow over and do like sections, like every floor. Like take this floor, this dorm, and let everybody go back and get their shit. You know, then the next floor, then the next floor, then the next floor. Do that, you know. But like there could be like letters and pictures and actually like valuable stuff like laptops and TVs and all kinds of shit, you know. Can't imagine the fucking local drug dealer has probably just pounds of marijuana in his fucking dorm room. He's like, let me fucking back in. He's probably trying to crack open a window or something, get in there. But, you know, that's fucking crazy because it's been rough for everybody, but especially like not knowing if you're going to graduate, not knowing if you're going to be able to go to college if you're in high school. You know, that's fucking scary, man. Especially if you got shit that you want to do, like you want to be something or do something with your life and this shit had to hit the fan. You know, that's crazy. I can't imagine. I'm glad I'm not in school right now. You know, I'm 27, so, I don't plan on going back to school. You know, I had my fun. I've had my 2 years. You know, I didn't graduate, but you know, those are really some of the best years of my life. I had a lot of fucking fun in college, people. And I advise everybody to go. You know, if you really want to go to college, go to college. You know, if you don't graduate, then at least you fucking win, because you will have a blast. You know, nothing's crazier than a bunch of 18-year-old fucking kids on their own for the first time, doing all the crazy shit, you know, all the crazy shit me and Cody did. He won't even, like, I went and talked to him this weekend, you know. We did, like, our social distancing thing or whatever. But I went and talked to him last weekend, and I was talking about shit that we did in college, and Shai just kind of looked at Cody, and she's like, how come you never told me any of this stuff? And he's like, well, it doesn't fucking matter, because it was, you know, how long have we been out? Fucking 7 years or something like that? So, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, we've been out for like 7 years, so I think Cody wants to forget about some of that stuff. I don't know. I tell everybody, you know, all the crazy shit I did, because, you know, some of it wasn't bad, but like, I remember we had a buddy that lived with us, and we almost killed that fucking guy because he was like a severe brittle diabetic. You know, his shit fluctuates so much. I don't think he listens to the show, but if you do, you know, shout out to you. But yeah, he was his diabetes. He had blood sugar that would fluctuate so much. He could be at like, you know, rate normal and then shoot up to like 400, which is like when your kidneys start shutting down and shit. We tortured that little guy with booze. But I remember one story I can tell you guys. You know, I'll leave out some illegal shit, but one story I can tell you. We had a party, and this is crazy because this all happened in one night. We had a party one time, and it was always Thirsty Thursdays. You know, everybody knows that when you're in college, it's Thirsty Thursdays, and everybody goes home on Fridays. So we party like fucking kings and rock stars on Thursdays. So we had a party one night, and Cody had a fifth of Bacardi 151, or not a fifth, sorry, a pint of Bacardi 151. And he gave me and the little guy, that's what we're going to call him, either the little guy or Squirt. Let's just call him Squirt because that's what we called him. So we're going to call him Squirt. So me and Squirt, we were just chilling. Cody had a pint of 151, and you know, we never had it before. And of course, back in college, you did shots. You know, Cody had this shot glass that said like freshman, junior, senior, and graduate. And it was, I think the graduate was like basically taking like 5 shots and just in one. You legit had to do like a double mouthful. And that's not a shot. That's a gulp, bitch. That is a fucking gulp. All right. I never did a graduate because, you know, I like to enjoy myself and not get super fucked up super quick. But it's happened to everybody before. But yeah, Cody gave us a shot of that 151, and I think we had a little bit to drink. But then we ran out, and Cody still had more stuff. And of course, we weren't 21, so we had to go get somebody to buy it for us. So we found somebody to buy it for us, and me and him went and got like a half gallon of the grape, which I regret to this fucking day. But that's what we would do. We would get half gallons of the Kanchaka. If anybody knows what that is, it's a brand of vodka, and it's like $12 for a half gallon or some crazy shit like that. But we'd always get like the flavored vodka. We'd always get like grape vodka or strawberry vodka or something like that. You know, something that had a little flavor to it so we could take shots of it because we're pussies. But we went and had somebody get us a half gallon of grape vodka, and me and him split that motherfucker. All right. We did shots after shots after shots after shots until it was gone, okay? And I was a big guy back then. I'm still a big guy now. But this Squirt was tiny. He's still tiny. I mean, he was, I don't even know, because I'm 5'7". I'd say he's 5'5", 5'4". Buck 15, buck 20 maybe. He was a tiny motherfucker, all right? And being a diabetic, you're not supposed to fucking drink anyway. You're not even supposed to eat a slice of bread. Okay, especially being him. being such a brittle diabetic. You know, he had to calculate and do all that shit like you're supposed to being a diabetic. And I still don't know how he didn't fucking die. I swear to God, but he almost did a couple times. But yeah, we split this half gallon of grape Conchaca vodka, and it was just shots. And I remember I was doing shots after shots, and I was chasing it with like a lemonade, and we just kept doing it all night. And you know, the party kept going and shit. And I think we even eventually started sharing it because there's no way that we could fucking drink all that stuff. And I'm glad we started sharing it because Jesus Christ, we would have alcohol poisoning. I don't even know how nobody in that house didn't get alcohol poisoning. Somebody should have fucking died. But we didn't. And I remember later that night, you know, I'm smashed. I'm just kind of roaming around trying to find where the fuck I am. And, you know, I haven't seen this guy in a while, and I guess, no, I'm skipping ahead in my story. But we were pounding shots, and I remember there was this girl, and I saw that she was interested in me. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to capitalize on this moment, right? So, you know, we had a big front porch, and we would always have all kinds of people out there, which is super fucking dangerous because we lived right on the main fucking drag in Vincennes where we went to college. Shout out to VU University, still dirty as ever, you crusty bitch. But yeah, we were living on the main fucking drag, and cops would drive by all night, and we never fucking got caught. But the goddamn neighbors right across the street would always get fucking busted. And that's when we told the story before about some guy getting tased one time. As Cody was running back across the street, his fucking happy drunk ass, and the motherfucker got tased right behind him. That was always across the street. Them bitches always got busted. It was like, I think it was a fucking duplex or something, but they always got fucking busted, and we never got busted. I don't know how in the fuck we didn't, but we never did. I don't know if our landlord paid the cops off or what, but we never ever got in trouble. We had like the only time we ever had the cops over was we were burning trash in like a 33-gallon metal barrel in the backyard, and we're in city limits, so of course in between two houses, and of course you're not supposed to do that. So, and then the cops showed up and was like, hey, you gotta put that shit out. So we fucking did, and you know, that was that. But that's the only time that we ever had cops come over to the house. You know, we never got busted for anything. But, you know, I noticed this lady was into me, and I say lady, I know this girl was into me, you know, she was my age, but, you know, we would talk, and a bunch of us went out on the front porch. It was me and my roommate, and we both had girls, you know, we found two girls at this party, and, you know, they were basically like sitting on our laps and shit, man. They were fucking ready. And, you know, Squirt, he was like the handsome one in the house. You know, we had another handsome guy there, but he had a girlfriend, and she was always there. But Squirt, he was like the handsome guy of the house. He was, he turned heads every once in a while, as we would say. But, you know, we were capitalizing, and we almost had this deal sealed, right? You know, college kids, you're just trying to get laid and shit. That's pretty much it. That's all everybody's into, really. You know, girls and guys. So if you're listening to this and you're getting ready to go into college, it's a fucking party, all right? You just got to go out, meet friends, meet people, okay? And if you're in college right now, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But you know, Squirt, he would turn heads on ladies sometimes. He was kind of a lady killer. He just, I never got it because he could have got any girl he wanted to. But I don't know. He just never really, I don't know if he ever really tried. But yeah, we were just chilling on the front porch, getting ready to seal the deal with these ladies. And he comes outside and starts talking and asks us a question or something like that. You know, I think we told him to get the fuck back inside or something, you know, and I didn't think that this would ever happen. You know, I never thought that he would have this kind of power, but it was the most ridiculous thing. He came outside. I remember to this fucking day, I was so shit-faced, but I remember I was leaning up against the fucking porch, sitting on the railing or whatever, and me and my other roommate were with these two girls, right? They're basically sitting in our laps, okay? And he comes out the door, and he yells at us. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And I said, what does it look like we're doing? We're just chilling. And he's like, all right. And he fucking turns around and goes back inside. Not 2 seconds after that, these girls look at each other and like, hey, where'd that guy go? Oh my God. They're like, hey, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Because they just heard him. They knew what he sounded like. And they're like, hey, where'd he go? And I was like, what do you mean? He went back inside. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go see what he's doing. And I was like, okay. And they just fucking left. They fucking left. Both of them at the same exact fucking time. I've never seen anything like it in my life. He just stepped outside and was like, hey, what are you doing? Yelling and shit. And we're like, hey, we're having a party right now. Why don't you chill the fuck out and go back inside because you're drunk and you're just yelling and shit. And he's like, oh, fuck you guys then, and I'm going, and he goes back inside. And then we sit, then we try to keep the conversation going. And they're just like, where's, shit, I said his fucking name. Oh, man. I'm going to have to edit that part out, I think. Yeah, I'm going to edit that part out. Yeah, I edited that part out, people. I got to. So, yeah. And we tried, but like I said, we tried to continue the conversation. And they're just like, hey, where'd he go? I'm like, oh, he went back inside. And they're like, okay, well, I'll be right back. And they both of them, like a fucking magnet. Like they were just drawn to him. Fucking stopped talking to us. Took their arms off of us. They were wrapped around us, all right? Like I said, we almost had the deal sealed, okay? I know what the fuck I'm talking about, people, all right? And they just fucking went inside, and we never fucking saw them again. Not once that entire night again. I don't know. I love this guy to death, but I am still fucking pissed at that, all right? This dude, oh my God. It still aggravates me to this day. Because that would have been the only... I'd never got laid in college. And that would have been the only fucking time I would have ever gotten laid. Because it was fucking in like Flynn, baby. No. Bitch had to fucking come outside, didn't he? And see what the fuck was up. Oh my God. I mean, I love this guy to death. He's my friend to this day. But I fucking hate him for that. And I will always probably hate him for that. Because this girl was beautiful. And so was my roommates. They were both very, very attractive ladies. All right. Oh, my fucking God. But that's not even the end of the story, people. We were... So, after we lost our women, we were sitting there just chilling, pissed, obviously. Trying to fucking... We were fucking bitching him out, sitting on the porch. And... we hear this like splat and we're like, what the fuck? And we didn't know what was going on. And then like we had these big giant pillars on our front porch. That's what held up the overhang and shit. And we were just sitting there and we just get hit with water. We're like, what the fuck? And of course, it's dark out. It's pitch black. We can't really see. We have the roads in front of us. So we had like street lights, pointing down so we could see the road. But we're like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh shit, they're launching water balloons at us. Them bitches across the street that kept getting busted had like a giant slingshot, and they had a tree at the side of their yard, and they had I guess a walkway with a railing and shit, and they had that motherfucker post tied up between those two, the tree and the post, and they were launching water balloons at us, and we could hear them fucking yelling and shit, and we got pissed. I can't really tell what happened. I can't tell you what happened next because, it hasn't been 10 years yet. Maybe in 3 more years, I'll tell you guys. But we told our roommate and he got very upset and he did some stuff that I'm not going to talk about. But it made us all happy. And nobody got hurt. We just sent him a message. So yeah. But that's still not the end of the story, everybody. So we go back inside after all that shit happens because, what our roommate did, I kind of didn't want to deal with it. So I went back inside and tried to enjoy the party and shit. And we ended up finishing that half gallon of vodka and stuff, But like I said, this time I was wandering around just trying to find my fucking way. At this point, trying not to pass out in the middle of the fucking dining room and shit. And... Cody comes to me and he's like, hey, you need to come get Squirt. He's in the bathroom. And I was like, is he throwing up or something? And he's like, no, he's just super fucking drunk and he wants to see you. And I was like, okay. So I go in the bathroom and this dude's pants are around his fucking ankles. All right. He got his. All right. Hey, come here. Shut up. I'm trying to tell a fucking story. How rude. Jesus. But he got his this fucking night. I'll tell you that. I mean, he almost fucking died, but you know what I mean. I didn't want him to die, but he got his. Okay. Yeah, he was pants around his ankles sitting on the toilet, and I guess he was taking a shit. And there was a girl in there that was friends with him, and she was sitting like the toilet in the bathtub, you know, they're right across from each other, and like they're basically touching knees. And he's like, hey, come here, I want to talk to you, you know, in a drunk way. And he was like hanging down, you know, basically falling asleep. So my fat ass, this bathroom is super tiny. I had to squeeze in and sit on the fucking tub and try to talk to this dude. And he was trying to talk to me and all this stuff. And I was like, what are you doing? And why are your pants around your fucking ankles? And he's like, oh, I had to take a shit. And I was like, all right. And, you know, I had talked to him there for a little bit. And, you know, I talked to the girl that was there. And, you know, he was like, all right. I was like, are you actually taking a shit or what the fuck's going on here? And he's like, well, I'm done now. And I was like, well, how fucking long have you been done, dude? Because I am like 6 inches, like we're touching knees, like your pants around your fucking ankles and shit. Like, get your shit together, man. I know you're fucked up and you're little and shit, but come the fuck on. All right. So he obviously needs help. So I'm not fucking getting near any of that bullshit down there. So I kind of pick him up, and the girl picks his pants up and shit. And I fucking look in the toilet, and there is the littlest piece of shit in there. I mean, like, let's say twice the size, like a long Tootsie Roll. Legit, like the long ones, you know, you get for Halloween and shit. I don't know if they sell them year round, but the long Tootsie Rolls. That motherfucker was sitting in the toilet. Little guy, little shit, all right? Like a fucking, I don't know, like a rabbit, but those turds like got combined somehow. Yeah, shit like a rabbit. Little guy, little turds. All right, and we fucking got this guy, you know, up and finally took him down the stairs, you know, because me and him both live downstairs, and we took him downstairs and put him to bed, and I didn't see him until morning, and I thought that fucking guy died. Like, I don't know how he didn't, because he was so tiny. I was so fucked up. But, you know, I had been drinking for a few years, and I think he did it every once in a while. But I kind of had like a little tolerance built up. But we almost killed this guy several times, people. I mean, being a diabetic and stuff, I remember he woke up one day and he was screaming. We live right next door to, the rooms are, you know, we share vents, air vents and shit. You know, because we're right next to each other downstairs, our bedrooms are. And I just woke up to him screaming and shit. And I had to get ready for class. And I walk over and I was like, hey, what's wrong? And he's like, I gotta go to the hospital. And I was like, what? And his kidneys were shutting down. When you're a diabetic, you take a medicine that keeps you stable overnight. I don't know if it's a shot or a pill or what it is, but it's insulin that keeps you stable overnight. It's a type of insulin, and it keeps your shit, you know, level so you don't freak out and stuff. But I guess he had been so drunk the night before that he forgot to fucking take it. And this dude's kidneys were shutting down, and he could not walk. Like, I had to basically carry this dude up the stairs. And I had to go to class, and Cody didn't have to go to class that day. So I'm beating on Cody's door, and he always locked his door because drunk people would always like run through his door and stuff like that. And they'd always knock and try to open his door. So he would always lock it at night if he went to bed. So of course his door was locked, and I'm beating on it, trying to wake his ass up and shit. And I'm like, come on, you know, he's out here dying and shit. He has to go to the hospital. And Cody did never fucking believe me. He did not believe me. And he's like, no, you're playing a trick on me. I was like, do you really fucking think I'd be playing a trick on you right now? This dude's, he's legit sitting in the fucking floor, agonizing pain, yelling and shit. And Cody, he still wouldn't believe us. And finally, you know, the guy said something, Squirt. He's like, Cody, I really need you to come out here. So fucking Cody finally rolls his fat ass out of bed and like just looks, and this dude's sprawled out on the fucking ground about ready to die. And Cody finally's like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I gotta go to class. You need to take this dude to the fucking hospital. So I guess he ended up taking him to the hospital, and he ended up fucking living. But that guy went to the hospital like 3 or 4 times whenever we were in college. Hold on, let me take a drink of my Truly here. Hey, that's good shit. Come here, lay down. We're almost done. Chill out. But yeah, we almost killed that fucking guy several times, and I got plenty more stories from college. I mean, there's all kinds. Some I can't really fucking talk about. I remember we went. I don't think I've ever told this story. This one's a fucking doozy, man. I remember we were having a party one night, same house, you know. We were having a party, and there were 7 of us, if you can fucking believe it. This is a big house, people. It had 7 bedrooms, so there were 7 of us in there. It was 3 floors. It had a big basement that had 2 bedrooms. A middle floor and a top floor. And there were 7 of us that lived in there. And I remember, I don't know why, but I remember it to this day. It was one of the hardest I've ever fucking laughed. And Cody was so goddamn scared. He was so fucking scared that it amazes me how I'm surprised he didn't shit his fucking pants. Okay, we were chilling out, and I think Cody had to do something the next day, and he went to bed early. And of course, like I said, he locks his fucking door because people, wander in there. And people who have never been there before try to just wander around a stranger's fucking house because they're drunk and shit. So Cody would always lock his fucking door. And for some reason, 2 of our roommates, they both lived in the upstairs. They got into an argument for some fucking reason. I have no idea. I think it was just heated. And I was like, you guys need to fucking calm down. All this shit. They got in each other's face. And then finally, they got in each other's face a little bit too much. All right. And I'll try to lay the house out for you guys. But it was our living room. And then you go straight back through the house. And that leads into the kitchen. And you make a little right angle. And then it's just another hallway with a fridge, the back door, and Cody's bedroom was a converted garage. So right off the back door was Cody's bedroom door, and then there was a fridge, and it had like a couple steps because it was entering into a garage, a converted garage. But it was just a narrow ass hallway by the back door, by a fridge, at 2 fridges actually. We had a fridge, and then we had a kegerator fridge with a spout, a hole that got drilled into the fridge for the spout for the keg hose. And then Cody's fucking door. And they got into it in that tiny ass fucking hallway. There was like 4 feet from the door to the fridge. And they fucking got into it and got each other's face. I think one of them was trying to leave to get away. And the other one closed the fucking door and locked it. The back door to lead outside. Closed the door and locked it so they couldn't leave. And they got in each other's face. One of them swung at him. He dodged it. And the other guy tackled him through Cody's fucking door and landed on his carpet in his bedroom. I was right there the whole time. It was me trying to break them up. And I just see this guy dodge this punch and just wrap this guy like a fucking fullback. All right. Like he was tackling a motherfucker. I don't know why I said fullback. Linebacker. He was a fucking linebacker tackling a runner. Just wrap this motherfucker up and just dive and push him through Cody's fucking door. Oh my God. I looked at them and they kind of threw a couple punches, and you just see Cody just fucking, his upper body just raises up, and he just has this like scared look on his fucking face, and he's just like, what the fuck? And them guys get up and fucking run. Cody was so pissed. They broke his fucking door. They broke the trim. And I just see Cody, and he's fucking terrified. And he just sees these guys, our roommates, just battling it out in his floor. And he gets out, he rolls out of his bed. He's like, what the fuck? Get out of here! You broke my fucking door! They got out so fucking quick and ran. I mean, ran. They never fought at all the rest of the, like, ever since we fucking moved out. They never got in each other's face one more time. But it was some of the most intense shit I've ever seen, combined with the funniest shit I've ever seen. I don't know if you've ever seen somebody tackle somebody else through something, but that shit is fucking rock and roll, man. I tell you what. And you see that, and you see Cody's scared face, and I'm just like, shit. Because Cody didn't fuck around. All right, that's why he locked his door. And it was funny. You knocked on Cody's fucking door. You didn't just walk in, bitch. You fucking knocked, okay? And he would get up and unlock it for you, all right? He's like a fucking pawn shop and shit. He's just like, no, cash through the slot. That's who fucking Cody was. And you knocked on his fucking door, all right? You showed respect, motherfucker. But, like, this dude's in bed. He's been in bed for like an hour. He's fucking out. And you just see a guy fucking tackle another guy through his bedroom door, locked and shit, breaks the door and the trim, and they're rolling on the fucking ground, and Cody gets up and just so fucking scared, and then realize what's going on, and just sees these two guys punching each other on the floor, and gets fucking just flips a goddamn switch, and he's like, what the fuck? And gets so pissed, and I mean, them motherfuckers took off. They fucking ran back upstairs. Oh my god, it was so funny. And he just fucking gets up. He's like, and slams his door. He goes because he's trying to go back to bed. He gets up and slams his fucking door, and the door, you know. If you slam a door and there's like something in front of it, it'll just like bing, like bounce back, and it won't close. That's what fucking happened. I tried to paint the picture for you guys, but it was broke and it wouldn't close anymore. So he just slammed it, but it just like bounces back. He's like, "What the fuck? You broke my fucking door!" Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. It was so fucking funny. I wish everybody could have been there. I wish I recorded it because, you know, everybody likes a good fucking fight, okay? Everybody likes a fight. It doesn't matter if they're your roommates or whatever. You can, especially dudes. Dudes always are just like, here, have a beer, fucking make up. God, stop it. Here, have a beer, and they're fucking best friends, you know, 5 minutes later. But like, I was like, yeah, they're gonna fight. But then, you know, they're roommates. We still gotta live together and shit. And I was like, no, come on. Hey, come on. And he just fucking swings and just gets tackled through the fucking door. And then Cody just is so scared and then immediately pissed. And it was, I mean, if Cody ever gets married, I'm telling several of these stories at his wedding because, oh my God, they're so fucking funny. I had so much fun in college. That's why I advise, if you're gonna go and have fun. All right. Do your fucking schoolwork. Do that first. All right. If you have homework, do it first. Get your shit done and then party your fucking ass off. Okay. But get that shit done. That was my problem. Okay. I never had homework. I never brought anything home because I thought I got it done, but I actually didn't. I was just doing it wrong. But get your shit done. Get your homework done. There's all kinds of time to party, man. All kinds of different scenarios. And you can still be sober and fucking chill, man. It's cool to just be sober and chill because then you get to watch how stupid people are. All right. Just get your shit done. That's the best advice I can give you. Get it done, and then you can fucking party like rock stars, all right? And you'll have all kinds of memorable moments like I do. All the crazy shit. We just need to have an episode where we just talk about college stories. And I need to like write them down so I can fucking remember them and stuff. All right. Well, I think that is pretty much time, everybody. I got a couple of news stories here. They're both short. We'll do that, and then I'll get the fuck out of here and leave you guys alone. Let's see here. So this is from UPI.com. Jesus. Oh, man. So I guess they had a giant thunderstorm around Mexico. Or maybe those are just the bats. Anyway, a weather radar catches bats blown away by a thunderstorm. It's in Texas. So a Texas meteorologist shared a weather radar footage showing a large swarm of bats being dispersed by gusts from a thunderstorm. That's fucking crazy. Like, I don't know, a meteorologist, it shows like the green and the red and shit like that. And it's just like a big cloud of bats. This meteorologist said that the swarm of bats was large enough to be picked up by a weather radar, emerged from Frio Bat Cave in whatever the fuck that is, Uvalde County on Wednesday night, and the radar footage shows millions of Mexican free-tailed bats encountering a thunderstorm. Jeez. Oh, damn, I can see it now. Yeah, they got a thunderstorm, and you can see the wind. You can see, like, the curvature of the wind, and these bats are just they're trying to get this wind, and they just kind of fucking disperse when that wind hits them and shit from that thunderstorm. That's pretty fucking cool. So, storm fucking drove bats away, which I really don't give a fuck. I mean, bats are cool. I remember I went to a bonfire one time, and they had, especially, in Indiana, if you got, like, caves or, like, hollow trees and shit like that, bats will go in there. And we were having a bonfire one night, and these bats are, like, flying, like, a foot above our fucking heads, eating all these bugs and shit. So they're good. I mean, bats are good and stuff. They eat all the mosquitoes and all the insects, especially if you're having, like, a get-together and stuff. But they're just, like, they fly so fucking close, it scares the shit out of you. Especially if you're hammered like I was at this bonfire. They're flying so fucking close to you. And it gets scary a little bit, but they are doing a good job. Bats do a good job. And they're kind of cute, so that's a good thing. So, radar storm that picked up a bunch of bats. All right, and this next one's pretty funny. This is the last one, then I'll get the fuck out of here. So, a California man is marrying his cat to raise money for an animal shelter. So, a California man is seeking to raise money for an animal shelter by holding a wedding ceremony to marry his cat. Noble deed, but it's a weird one. Not saying bestiality, but bestiality, people. So this man's name is Scott Perry. He said he adopted his cat, Olivia. Yeah, it's a chick. It's bestiality. I wasn't for sure, but now I'm 100% sure. And he's from LA. So he's from Los Angeles, and he picked up Olivia from his cat from the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in 2015. She has since become his constant companion, especially these past 2 months from the COVID-19 quarantine. And it inspired him to plan a wedding for him and his pet, complete with a Zola page and a registry that actually is just a fundraiser for the Best Friends Animal Shelter where he, picked up Olivia, his cat. So, I mean, it's legit, but it's not legit. So I don't know how you can marry a cat. I don't know if they allow people to marry a cat. I think it's just an act. No, it says the wedding will be live streamed Saturday on Instagram page, and he is hoping to raise $5,000 for his shelter. So noble deed, people. Weird consequences. Weird things going on, but it is strange times these days, and people get lonely 2 months by themselves on quarantine. And obviously you can fucking tell. Because this dude's marrying his cat. Fucking weird. So, if you want to go donate to his page or whatever, it doesn't have any information about it. Maybe it's just Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, so if you're an animal lover, and you want to donate, go check out Old Boy's Instagram page or whatever. I don't have any links for it or nothing. They don't have anything on here. How the fuck can I promote it? Anyway, dude in California, freak. He's marrying his kitty cat, but to raise money for an animal shelter. Hey, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. All right, you've been a pain in my ass all fucking episode. All right, you little fucking C word. Being a C word is what you are. All right, but you're cute, and I gotta look after you. Okay, we're almost done. Give me a second. All right, everybody, that is the episode. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for listening. Thank you for downloading. Thanks for telling a friend if you told a friend about this show because you liked it so much. I appreciate you. Cody appreciates you. I know he can't be here, but, you know, he's doing stuff. You know, he has to be quarantined, so there's nothing we can really fucking do about it. So you got stuck with me. So that's not that big a deal. But I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much. I love the fuck out of you guys. Cody loves the fuck out of you guys. You know, we do appreciate everything you do for us. You know, downloading this episode, you know, liking all our shit, like on our social media and stuff. I'll go ahead and plug it. It's go follow us at thecummcast for everything. Thecummcast@gmail.com. Send us an email about some shit if you want us to talk about some stuff. Get our opinions on it. Whatever. Come to 007 Ryan for me on Instagram. Cody Cummings Official on Instagram for Cody. Go follow us. Go follow our shit. You know, go subscribe, tell somebody about it. We're everywhere. You know, iTunes, Google, whatever, Spotify, YouTube, what have you. Go check us out. Go tell a friend about us. Tell a family member. Doesn't fucking matter. Just tell them our name. You know, it seems like it's funny enough. Maybe they'll like it. I don't fucking know. You know, I don't really care. But I appreciate every single one of you for listening to the show and sticking with us. Thank you so much. Remember, stay safe out there, people. Don't take any shit from anybody. If anybody steps in front of you and tries to challenge you, knock that motherfucker out or tackle him through a goddamn door. All right? Be cool. Stay classy. When life gets you down, when life gives you a cat, you fucking marry it, I guess. I don't know. But you milk that fucking pig. KIM, keep it moving, baby. Live that shit. I love you guys. I'm out this bitch. Peace.